Hello once again, Alfred here, and I hope you guys be well. Welcome to Wakati Avenue once again in another video from yours truly right here. Basically today I'm going to, in a continuation of sort, I'm going to continue on the video I made last time, talking about creating order for a man, the importance of a man, basically creating order in his life, and the reason for that, So I'm going to really touch on one or two or three things that will really make you or help you or probably persuade you to create that order in your daily life, as a man, why you should really be creating that order. You can check that video out in it's my past video. I have notes today here, so I'm going to be going by the notes here. One of the main reasons a man has to create that order, basically, it's because you want command over your life. Why do you want command over your life? This also comes after mastering. It's mastering your own life. As a man, you have to master your life so that you also master your environment, and you are able to better face your circumstances on whatever direction they come from. So mastery of your own life. This is the way of the order, and this comes so that you can really be able to command your life, and so that no one really has that really excuse me, no one has command over you. Yes, we all have someone who is above us, right, who is probably our boss. You can have someone who you are under, probably a mentor who is directing you, like I said, a boss, or just someone above you, maybe a ranking above you, who just commands just a part of your life. Maybe it's a job, it's a work related, but I'm talking about your overall life circumstances. It's up to the man to really command that life. Why should you command that life? Because you are the only one who can steer that ship, the boat, towards the direction that you want to go. No one else knows or can navigate that for you, because as a man, you are the one who sets the goals. You are the one who's supposed to lay out the strategies for your life. You are the one who's supposed to be going after the things you want. Now, if you're not going to have those goals, if you're not going to set those goals, then directly or indirectly, somebody else will be directing your life, and you really will not be happy about it. Now, this is why at the end of the day, as a man, you have to have that ability or have that command over your situation, over your life. Yeah, it's a process. That's why it's a lifelong process. Mastery, that's what it is. Mastery, you're mastering a lot of things in your life. For example, you still have to, before you get to that top level mastery, you have to master your emotions, be able to master your weaknesses, basically know what your weaknesses are, and also know what your strengths are. So it's a long process. You can't do that overnight. You can't do that when you're in your 20s and say you're a mastery of your life or over your life, because at the end of the day, we do not really know what comes ahead of us. You know what lays in the future. But once you are a master of your life, you are able to command your life. Then the circumstances that come towards you, you are able to better face them. And this is why I started with that video. The first video was talking about order, because once you create that order, right, then it becomes easier for you to master the life that you want. The thing that master, rather the things that you have in your head, the goals, the vision, and where you're going. Think about it this way. You are the captain of a ship, right? A large ship, and you are sailing. Now, as you know, the winds at times are very strong in the sea. You have the waves, you have the sea, the tidals are very strong, and most of the time they push against the boat, right? And if you're not careful while you're sailing with your men, with your crew, then you may even capsize. You may couple over, and your boat may just sink or something, right? But as a commander, you know that you've mastered the seas. You know what's coming ahead. You know how much of a wind is coming. What are the waves? How much of the waves you can actually subdue? That your crew, their strengths, what they can do so that you navigate those rough seas. And that's basically what I'm talking about today. So, like commanding your environment. That's it. Like whatever thing that comes your way, negative, especially because as a man you're trying to grow, you're trying to evolve. Obviously there'll be resistance, whether you like it or not. You cannot really grow without resistance. You cannot grow without friction. There has to be pressure, and this is how man evolves. Excuse me. That's how we men evolve. We are put under pressure. We are put under hard circumstances, and those who endure, those hard circumstances, those hard, tough times, they are the ones who, at the end of the day, may proceed to the next stage of their lives. Next stage of what they are trying to achieve, because life in itself, it's all about survival of the fittest. And I usually say you may be the fittest, but you also have to really use your mind as well. So you have to be smart, so suppose you have to be both smart and fit, physically, mentally, spiritually, very fit. And these all need to be under your command. That's why I said you really need to learn about your emotions, your strength about the emotions. You need to have physical strength. You can't just go about walking around showing weaknesses. There's some people who I usually think are hyenas. They prey on weak people. They want to take advantage, so you don't want that to happen. But once you have that command over your life, you have that orderly command, then a lot of these things will be eliminated. It's not that they will stop. No, you still have to be tested over and over again sometimes. And once you are able to defeat a lot of these things, and then you move on to the next stage. So that's about the command. Why you should command your life. You should walk towards those towards your mastering your life. Everybody has to master their own life. We all know our weaknesses. If you don't know the weaknesses that you have to find out what they are. Either talking to a friend, like I usually say, get a mentor or something. Get someone who's smart enough to realize and tell you the truth that, hey, your weakness is this. Hey, you have a big ego. Hey, you love chasing women too much. You pursue too much of the of the power you. Let's put it that way. Of the punani, someone who will just look you straight in the eye and tell you the truth. Whether it's a friend, whether it's someone an acquaintance or a family member, but anyone who will tell you the truth, so that you are able to put your ego aside and do the actual work on mastery of the self. And there is no really order or commanding of life without the mastery. Whatever situation you want to master, you have to know yourself, know what your weaknesses are. So yeah, commanding the life that you want to live by the rules that you have created in your life. And this is very crucial because life, as we go on about it, will always try to box us into situations that we do not like. At times, it might entice us. Life might entice us with things that we probably desire. Things that we like. But the situation itself, we end up not liking the situation or the circumstances. We end up not liking the setup of how life has done for us, because we do not take the command, we do not take the time to command the life that we want. So this comes also with really setting up your life according to what you want in life, what you want from life in itself, what you expect people to really, how to treat you, how to talk to you, and all these things comes at a cost of you mastering yourself. I see a lot of people trying to really escape that situation of mastery. This is something very, very important, because this is akin to, obviously, to knowing thyself. Mastery of the self is basically knowing thyself, but with the filtering of your weaknesses, or at least taking those weaknesses and changing them to your advantages. That's mastery. Everybody has weaknesses, everybody has strength. So you have to work on your strength, also know your weaknesses, know how to use them. Now that's a real mastery. So we should remember that mastery in itself is a very, very long process. It does not come overnight. It's something that you have to learn. You have to know yourself gradually. Every day find out something new about yourself. Every day try something new. Every day you whether it's spiritual, it's physical, you're pushing yourself towards out of your comfort zone and towards something that that will get you get that thing that's inside of you out, the thing that you want. So you have to come out of the comfort zone. Make sure you come out from that comfort zone and then push yourself. For example, before I started exercising, I never thought that I'd ever do more than 20 push-ups. As absurd as it seems, I used to be the guy who would only do 2, 3, 4 maximum push-ups. And those were just, they were not even the best push-ups. They were just clunky push-ups, just getting up and then up on top and then making sure I just count them, right? But right now I can do 15, 20 clean push-ups. That's because I started by pushing myself to do it. I can do the same with my pull-ups. I can do at least 5 pull-ups. I never used to even be able to do any sort of pull-ups at all, like clean pull-ups. But now I can do 5 to even 10, like really full range pull-ups. So that came about after trying and pushing myself and doing things that are really out of my comfort zone. Doing a lot of comfort zone things that are out of my comfort zone. For example, another another example would be this video I'm creating. I never thought I'd be able to create such videos and actually edit them this way. Not professional, as you can see. It's not the most professional, but at least it's something that you can understand, and something that sort of presentable, So all that comes from trying things, trying to master some things. And as someone that I follow on YouTube called Rom's Wheels, right? Rom Wheels, I call him Uncle Rom. He talks about a lot of a lot of things that a man should be doing about when trying to evolve and trying to transform his life. So one of the things that he talks about is the mastery of man, mastering yourself. And one thing in particular, he talks about also is mastering a sort of skill, so you can have a body of work at your name after you, whether it's writing, anything that is maybe you're a creative sort of person, or even just creating videos like this. There's a mastery in itself. So yeah, this is all about mastery and all about commanding your life. And because a lot of the time I see a lot of young men especially not trying to better themselves, not trying to do something about their plight, not trying to try even the slightest of things to come out of their comfort zone. And this is why I create a lot of these videos for those young men out there, especially in Africa, who feel lost, who feel that they need to be somewhere doing something, So yeah. So yeah, the journey is everyone has that journey, has that responsibility to work on themselves, to also walk that journey. I'm still, like I usually say, I'm still on that journey. It's just started, and anybody can do their part, play their part, and then walk the journey that they have in their head, the visions that they have, the goals that they have set. Anyway, that's enough for today, and it's been your boy Alfred here for Wakati Avenue once again. Thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and as per usual, more knowledge to you guys, and peace.